Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking exactly how you can make some serious money with freelance copywriting using AI in 2026. Now, if you follow the tech space, you know AI has completely upended how we create content, right? But rather than getting pushed out, a really smart way of freelancers is actually using it to build highly lucrative one-person content studios. So we're going to break down a complete step-by-step blueprint to get you there. But before we get into the how, we gotta address the elephant in the room. It's the big question every aspiring writer is wondering right now. Is writing even still a viable career in the age of AI? Well, the short, enthusiastic answer from our source material is a massive yes. Businesses today are literally drowning in the need for content. We're talking email sequences, product descriptions, landing pages, ad copy, the whole shebang. They need it fast, but most just can't afford full-time writers. And honestly, that is exactly where you step in. 3 to 5 times. Think about that for a second. That is the output multiplier you get when you integrate tools like ChatGPT into your workflow. AI isn't here to replace you. It's here to absolutely supercharge you. Just imagine waking up, opening your laptop, and having 3 client briefs totally finished before lunch. Work that used to take a full, exhausting day is now done in a couple of hours. This kind of speed gives you a massive edge in the competitive freelance market. So the crucial point here is how you frame this relationship. Think of ChatGPT as a really fast, highly caffeinated junior writer who never gets tired. It'll pump out a rough draft in minutes, give you 10 headline variations, and never complain about revisions. But, a junior writer still needs a boss. That's you. You are the strategic editor. You bring the creative judgment, the market empathy, and the strategic insight to ensure the copy actually, sells. The AI does the grunt work. You bring the human expertise. Here's our agenda for today. We're going to start with the AI edge, then walk through a strict 4-month plan: foundation, portfolio, clients, and scale, before wrapping up with the exact mistakes you absolutely must avoid. Take a look at this timeline. Over the next 4 months, you're going to follow a very methodical path. Notice how we don't even talk about clients until month 3? That's intentional. This is all about building a sustainable, profitable business from absolute beginner to scaled professional. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI copywriting edge. This is where the real money is hiding in 2026. Look, you can't just write about anything and everything. You need a niche. And these specific industries right here, they are desperate for content right now. E-commerce is a total goldmine because of the sheer volume. Think hundreds of product descriptions and those abandoned cart emails. SaaS pays premium rates for writers who actually understand technology and persuasion. And then you have healthcare and fintech. They need trustworthy, compliance-aware language. The AI can handle all the boilerplate text, leaving you to focus on the accuracy. It's a perfect setup. Moving right along to Section 2, Month 1, Foundation. Time to build your base. Okay, I want you to really hear me on this one. In your first 30 days, you are not chasing clients. Instead, you're executing these 3 specific micro-tasks. First, you've got to understand persuasion. Go take some free fundamentals courses from places like Copy Hackers or HubSpot Academy. Second, you have to learn prompt engineering. The quality of your ChatGPT output depends entirely on your instructions. If you give a vague prompt, well, you're going to get vague filler. Garbage in, garbage out, right? And third, write 3 to 5 practice pieces. Create a landing page, an email sequence, and an ad for real or even fictional brands you admire. Section 3, Month 2, your freelance portfolio. Let's showcase your value. So, it's month 2. You're going to take those practice pieces from month 1 and refine them until they absolutely shine. Then, set up a free portfolio. Honestly, you don't need some expensive, flashy website. A clean Notion, Card, or Google Sites page works perfectly to show off your AI-assisted spec pieces. Finally, you're going to create optimized profiles on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. Make sure your bio clearly positions you as an AI-assisted copywriter who delivers fast, high-quality results. You're basically building professional credibility before you've even landed your very first gig. All right, Section 4, Month 3. Landing paying clients. Time to enter the marketplace. Now, month 3 is literally a volume game. You need to be applying to 5 to 10 Upwork jobs every single day. And yes, customize every single proposal. Next, and this is a pro move, you might need to offer a discounted project or 2 right at the start. Why? Because you desperately need 5-star reviews to build initial trust. Reviews are basically the currency of freelance platforms. At the same time, get on LinkedIn and start posting short, punchy writing tips to build your visibility. Deliver those first paid projects on time, ask for testimonials, and just get that momentum going.
Next up, Section 5, Month 4, Scale. Let's grow that income.
Take a look at this jump. It's a massive income trajectory that's possible in a really short amount of time. As a beginner doing one-off gigs, you might be pulling in around 30,000 rupees a month. But as you transition into scaled monthly retainer packages, that number can absolutely skyrocket to 150,000 rupees or more. Retainers are the secret weapon here. They give you predictable, recurring income, and they let you plan your AI workflow super efficiently. So how do we actually hit those higher numbers? You need to execute these specific pro moves. First, completely double down on your best performing niche. Stop trying to write for everyone. Second, as those positive reviews start stacking up, raise your rates by 20 to 30%. Third, go back to your existing happy clients and pitch them retainer packages. Say something like, hey, I'll do 8 emails and 4 social posts a month for a flat fee. Finally, start skipping the freelance platforms altogether by doing direct outreach to startups and SaaS companies on LinkedIn for that high-ticket work. Finally, Section 6, Avoiding Common Beginner Mistakes. Let's put some guardrails in place. You really want to treat this as your ultimate checklist. The absolute worst mistake a beginner makes, submitting raw, copy-pasted AI output. Trust me, clients notice immediately because it just sounds generic. The pro move is to always edit for brand voice, factual accuracy, and persuasive flow. Also, beginners tend to race to the bottom, charging like 500 rupees an article. Pros, they price based on value, comfortably charging 2,500 rupees or more for a quality piece. And lastly, beginners ignore SEO. Pros know that clients need copy that actually ranks on Google, so they make sure to optimize for keywords and readability. I want you to really let this reality check from our source materials sink in. The question isn't whether to use AI in your writing career, it's whether you'll learn to use it before your competitors do. That perfectly encapsulates the landscape right now. ChatGPT won't replace skilled copywriters. It's just going to make them dramatically more productive. Ignoring AI, it's simply no longer an option if you want to stay in the game. So the ultimate takeaway from this explainer is that the tools exist, the 4-month blueprint is laid out, and the demand is incredibly real. The only thing left is for you to actually start. Are you going to let your competitors beat you to the punch? I challenge you right now, as soon as this explainer finishes, go open ChatGPT, pick a niche, and write a sample landing page. Just spend 30 minutes refining it. That single piece could literally be the start of your new career. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.